Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly, Janab Nasar Kadayara, President Muslim Association, Janab E.M. Najib Sahab, Chairman Advisory Council, Advocate Abdul Karim Sahab, Vice Chairman Advisory Council, all esteemed functionaries and members of Muslim Association, other dignitaries attending the function, Piripetta Sahodri Sahodran Mare. It gives me great pleasure to inaugurate the new Polytechnic College at the campus of Muslim Association College of Engineering, Venjaaramood, Thiruvananthapuram district. I would like to congratulate the members of the Muslim Association on their success in establishing one more educational institution. I have been informed that the Muslim Association had come into existence in 1957, and I understand that its primary aim was to propagate the principles of equality and work for the empowerment of the weaker sections, particularly through education. As the association crosses another milestone in its march ahead, we are reminded of the hard work and dedication of social activists like Shri Hassan Marakar, Engineer Shri T.P. Kuttiyamu, and Shri P.K. Abdullah IAS, who were instrumental in the formation of this body. Their initial contribution was the starting of a men's hostel with library, followed by ladies' hostel, a mosque, and Musafir Khana in Thampanur in the city. These facilities were forerunners of the educational initiative, which the association would later contribute to the society. We have seen those initiatives in the form of a primary school, an industrial training center, a university study center, and an engineering college, which was established in year 2000. The involvement of the association in higher education is not just a social activity, it is also the fulfillment of a religious obligation, since the Islamic tradition places great significance to the dissemination of knowledge. It has been said that the most complete gift of God is a life based on knowledge. The Muslim tradition also makes seeking of knowledge obligatory for every Muslim, man and woman, and it advises to inquire knowledge and to impart to the people. In fact, if we look more closely, then pursuit of knowledge has been equated with the worship of God, or rather more importance has been given to that. There is a famous prophetic tradition saying, Tafakkur sa'atun khayrum min ibadatin sab'ina sanatun. An hour's endeavor to pursue knowledge is more meritorious than devoting 70 years in the worship of God. In another tradition, a question was asked, Ma kana sifato ta'abbudihi. Somebody asked that what was the quality of the prayers of the Holy Prophet? Ujiba bi anna zalika bit tafakkuri wal etbar. The reply given was that his prayer, his offering of devotion was to meditate, to reflect on the nature of things and to learn from the experience of others. So, pursuit of knowledge is such a noble, has been held to be of extreme noble nature. And those, here I see the importance of Muslim association or any organization which facilitates in spreading education. If pursuit of knowledge is so important and so meritorious, then we can only imagine how much merit they earn who provide these facilities for others. I am happy that what makes me rather more happy is that the educational institutions managed by the association offer their services, scholarships and other benefits not to students just from one community but to students of all communities. And this is truly in accordance with the letter and spirit of the exhortation made by the Holy Book Quran, which says, Kuntum khaira ummatin ukhrijat linnas. We have evolved you. We have made you. The word khalaqa has not been used here, because you are not born into an idea, you embrace the idea. So it is said that you have been evolved into a community who do good to others, to the mankind, to the humanity. And I am so happy to learn that you provide these facilities not for just your own community, to one community, but you provide these facilities to seekers of knowledge who belong to all communities. Since the recent institutions of the association have been established in semi-urban and rural areas, they have also contributed to the development of those localities. We all know the polytechnics offer technical education, which is one of the most sought after stream of studies on account of the employment opportunities. Our former president, Dr. Radhakrishnan, he used to highlight this aspect, that the function of the educational institutions is, one of the main functions is to ensure that after completing the education, the students are able to earn their livelihood in a respectable manner. Arthkari cha vidya. Education must help them to stand on their own feet. And this, the institution which is being inaugurated today, I am sure it will help the students in a big way to stand on their own feet. I am informed that Kerala now has more than 80 polytechnic colleges, of which 32 are in private sector. These institutions offer students an opportunity to divert their studies to the technical stream right after the school level and to seek employment in various areas. The aim of the polytechnic education is to create a pool of skill-based manpower to support the shop floor and field operations as a middle-level link between technicians and engineers. Today, those who pass out of diploma level institutions in engineering and technology, they play extremely important role in managing the shop floor operations. Besides, the small and medium scale industries prefer to employ diploma holders because of their special skills in interpreting engineering drawings, estimating, costing, billing, supervision, measurement, and various other activities. We also need to ponder over the social context, since polytechnic education is sought more by the lower income groups as a sure and quick way of finding employment. For this reason, we have to ensure that polytechnics offer high quality education and training at the lower possible rates. The introduction of institutions in the self-finance sector in the past had made polytechnic education more accessible, but there is a view that it has become more expensive as well. And we all know the National Education Policy 2020 envisages that by 2025, at least 50% of learners through the school and higher education system shall have exposure to vocational education. As per an action plan being developed for this, the polytechnic institutions are likely to play a role in the context of vocational education being integrated in the educational offerings of all secondary schools. This calls for a reorientation of the academic and practical training given in polytechnics with emphasis on enhancing employability and skill upgrading so as to serve the needs of nearby secondary schools which will be approaching them for acquiring vocational education or training. We are now going through the fourth industrial revolution, which offers huge opportunities and at the same time raises concerns regarding employment in the new evolving environment of robotic production and services. This requires a fresh lease of skill upgradation among the workforces. The demands of the industry need to be considered by the institutions so that a diploma holder who seeks a job would possess the skills required for entry and survival in the new work environment. It is also essential to focus on human capabilities and qualities such as teamwork, empathy, curiosity, creativity, critical thinking, social intelligence, emotional intelligence, which are essential in today's emerging job environment. More importantly, we are living in the age of innovation. Here two sayings are worth remembering. One who innovates wins, and today's education decides tomorrow's economy. I am reminded of former President APJ Abdul Kalam, who believed that education was the foundation to ensure the creation of enlightened citizens who will make a prosperous, happy, and strong nation. He said, when learning is purposeful, creativity blossoms. When creativity blossoms, thinking emanates. When thinking emanates, knowledge is fully lit. When knowledge is fully lit, the economy flourishes. Therefore, let us train students not only as future workers, but as future innovators and entrepreneurs who would help our economy flourish. Innovative ideas of students can be translated into deliverable technologies and applications based on which business enterprises can be initiated. I hope that every polytechnic has the responsibility to develop some institutional mechanism to create an entrepreneurial culture to foster growth of innovation and entrepreneurship among the faculty and students. Training in entrepreneurship should also include proper guidance and assistance to students on matters like preparing project report, obtaining approvals, loans and other forms of support, information on technologies. For institutions, this is the right time to plan linkages with micro, small and medium enterprises sector, which is gearing up to utilize the innovations of students. Such a linkage reaffirms the social role of an educational institution which exists for the good of society. Let me conclude by saying that education needs to empower us to think and act responsibly, to create and to contribute to the welfare of society. It was this thought about the social role that our former President Dr. Radhakrishnan gave. He said that described education as the instrument for social, economic and cultural change. To him, education was the means by which youth are trained to serve the cause of drastic social and economic changes. I wish the management and teachers of Muslim Association Polytechnic success in guiding their students to serve the cause of drastic social, technological and economic changes in the future. My best wishes to the students and Muslim Association for a bright future. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Valre nanni. Jai Hind.